And welcome to the Late Night Load, episode 20. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Late Night Load, episode 20. And we are on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. This is a live performance by yours truly, Web C. And I got my guest in for just a little bit. Kerry Michael Howell, the Model Rocketeer. He's just going to kick it and hang out, and I'm going to tell him about this really cool I don't know how else to say it, but it's like this really cool new exercising method. It's not new, but for me, it's new because we just got it in the house. So we'll talk about that. All right. Hey, everybody. Web C here. There's the Model Rocketeer. And just so you know, I'm a big guy. All right. It's really hard for me to do a lot of things because I'm a big guy and I've grown tired of it. I really am tired of being a big guy. Now, I'm not a big guy, like super unhealthy big guy. Like, as you can see I still have a neck and everything. I haven't gotten that far out of place, right? But I'm getting to the point to where I feel it in the midsection where I'm like, I can't bend over as good as I used to. So me and my wife made a deal with my son to pick up one of the new Oculus Quest 2 Meta Rift VR headset things, right? So it's super fancy. It's really nice, right? But there's a bunch of games on it. But here's the thing. I remember back when, like 9 years ago, there was this thing called the Kinect, and that came out. And there was also Nintendo Wii, and they had the Wii Fit, stuff, and that came out. So I was like, whoa, I bet it's a lot like that. And I played this lightsaber game, trademark name Beat Saber, but I'm going to just call it a lightsaber game while we're talking, just for copyright reasons. It just pissed Disney off. All right. So anyways, you're playing this lightsaber game, and you get a red one and a blue one, right? And both one of each hands, and you're slicing and dicing, but you're out here and you're going, shoo, and then you got to like lean way over and go, shoo, and lean way over and go, so what it's doing is it's making me burn calories by moving and stretching into further positions than I normally do. And I mean, by the time you're done, you're sweating. You can easily put in an hour to an hour and a half on the headset and doing the game and not even realize you're like working out or burning energy or anything. But like the next morning, I felt it all in my legs and right in my lats right here. I felt it all in there. Just real sore and tight and everything from, working out, moving around. And then, so I did it again the next night. And same thing, woke up the next day today, woke up just feeling just a little draggy, right? But I got up and I got going and I started moving around. I went shopping, did everything I had to do for the day. But this new, the new workout routine added more stress on my aches and pains or whatever. So moving forward today, I just got done 30 minutes ago with my 1 hour routine on there. And I feel a lot better on day 3 than I did on the end of day 1. I was just beat. I went and took a shower and just, I was so beat. But what I really like about the whole setup that I'm doing is it doesn't feel like I'm working out while I'm working out. And that's what is really a thing for me is working out is boring. Okay, I'm not going to put it any other way. To me, I feel like it's boring. There's no way to excite me to want to work out. But this way actually does. This way helps me not be so much of a couch potato. So hopefully we can move forward with that as an exercise routine. And then this spring, when the snow melts, I'll be able to start my walks again. And I've decided that instead of going for a certain distance this year, I'm going to have target time markers for how long I can walk. So there's a Walmart that should only be a 40-minute walk for me from my house to it. It's like a 2-mile walk. Should only be like 40 minutes. But it's actually more like an hour and a half walk to me right now. So that's what I'm talking about, my target times and stuff. I'm going to try and get my walk from my house to the Walmart. I want to get that down to like 30 minutes, 30 minutes, cut my time in half, make sure I'm not, doing a bunch of slow poking it and stuff. So that's one of my goals. That's a moving goal for me, because what I was told is it's not about the distance that you're walking. It's actually about the time that you're spending burning calories. So the longer you spend burning calories every day, the faster you will lose weight. You will, because you're just burning your calories. So I figured, right after dinner, I'll start, I'll go on my walks. I like to go do my walks in the evening time. We take the dog out and everything. So I'll go on my walk with the dog. And then after my walk with the dog, I'll go for another walk, and I'll just keep the time up. And what I'll do is I'll walk for that amount of time. Like, so for an hour and a half, I'll walk for an hour and a half every day. It's kind of one of those weird concepts. But then after every walk I do, I could come home, do the Beat Saber routine, and then there's another workout routine on the VR headset that I'm going to check out as well once I get a little more acclimated to the VR headset, and then try that other workout routine as well. I know I'll be competing with the kids for the VR headset once they get access to it here in a week, but they go to bed at 9 o'clock. So, if I spend a half hour, 45 minutes charging the headset up, which that's all it takes to charge up, which is really cool, you get 2 to 3 hours of play for 45 minutes of charge time. So that's not bad. The controllers, you can buy rechargeable batteries for the controllers. I saw that. So that'll be something that'll happen in the future for me. And for it, well, I already talked with the missus about that one. Told her it'll be worth it, so we're not spending tons of dollars on AA batteries, because that's what we'll be spending money on if we don't buy the rechargeable set. And she was like, "Oh, okay, they make a set for it and everything." I was like, "Oh yeah, I just saved it on the the shopping site." She's like, "Oh, okay." So we're good there, and yeah. So I'm just super happy. I feel good though. Like, I don't know how else. Like, I feel.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's no fat, like no jiggle, and my arms are big. I don't know how else to say it. So there's my hand. Give you a size of like how big my arms are. I'm just a big guy, so the weight that I have on me, I know a lot of it's muscle already, and it's like, so I also started this other exercise where you lift your legs in the air. You lay on your back and you lift your legs in the air, and then you hold them up with your abdomen. And apparently, that is supposed to work out your abs better than doing crunches or any other type of push-up style uh, core workout that people normally get. So, and for a guy my size, that seems to be like a better idea to start. So it's less abrasive on my ankles and my shoulders, is to start with just leg lifts, because this is nothing. There's nothing weighing on any of my bad parts then if I'm doing that. So I was like, yeah, and it burns. It burns when I do them because I count to 10. So I'll pull it up, I'll count to 10. And by the time I'm done counting to 10, it burns. Like, I get the burns all the way up to my chest, like of using the muscles and everything. And then I'll do 5 or 6 times like that. So like for a minute, I'll sit there and do it. And then I'll take a 10-second breather, and then I'll do them again. Like, I'll just do another minute worth of them. So it's like 10 seconds, push your legs down, put them right back up. 10 seconds, push your legs down. And then after a minute, you take 30-second breather. And then you do that for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So it'll become like a total 10 minutes of workout time, and then 5 minutes spaced out in between to give you breathing time and stuff. It's a really cool workout program. It's one of my buddies that I don't talk to a whole lot anymore. He taught me a cool way to work out. Not high impact, but tension. The more tension you put on your muscles, the longer, the more calories your muscles are burning. So that's it too. Like the whole concept of everything that I'm going to be doing for working out right now, like I was trying to tell my brother the other day, is it's all going to be calorie centric. So if it's not actually burning calories, I'm not going to be doing it. And as for intake of calories, what I will be doing is cutting back on sodas. Instead of drinking 12 ounces, I'm drinking these little guys that, I can hide in my hand. So I only drink, one of these a day instead of a 12 ounce or something. which is good. I'm still going to be drinking my V8s because those are health drinks, and they also give me caffeine, which if I don't drink caffeine, I still get headaches, even though I've been off of Coca-Cola for over 2 years. I've still had to wean myself down from drinking 2 cases of Coca-Cola in a month to, not drinking that much caffeine. That was a lot of caffeine I was drinking. Because I drink like 4 sodas a day and shit. One at work, come home, crack a can for dinner, crack a can after dinner, and then, wake up on the way to work, crack a can, So I'm just drinking 4 every day, basically. So it was just bad. So
right.
We ain't drinking that much soda no more, which is good. That's been out of my diet for a while. Other things that make it easier for me to make this weight changes. I already have the experience of quitting cigarettes still fresh in me from a year and a half ago. So that feeling, that knowing that it only took 21 days to curb that feeling. After 21 days, it was like nothing. I don't want a cigarette no more. It was just one of those weird things. I read this study and it stuck with me. It takes 21 days for the human to learn a new habit or to break an old habit. So you could start chewing gum instead of smoking cigarettes. Well, that's replacing a habit with a habit. But if you did it for 21 days, you'd be done smoking. And it'd be a lot easier to quit chewing gum than it is to quit smoking cigarettes. So I didn't do it that way. I did it a little more cold turkey. It was kind of like, oh, I'm sick and this tastes like crap. I don't want a cigarette no more. And that's how I quit. I was just like, cigarettes just didn't taste good anymore. Alcohol was a little bit different. I was probably a bad guy for quitting the alcohol so fast. So let's see, we're 12 minutes into the show. I just want everybody to know, get your bug out bags ready. If you don't have a bug out bag, look one up, get one figured out, get your bug out bags going, and tell me that you don't have silver or gold in your bug out bag and you're a fool. You need to have a couple ounces of each in your bug out bag. It will keep you alive. Right now, currency is not our friend. None of them. Don't take anything. I am not playing right now. Currency is questionable right now. So you need to get your bug out bag packed and make sure you have some silver shot and some gold shot. And if you don't know what those are just little pellets that are a gram each. And what it is, you can buy your way out of things. Oh, you want $50 in gold? Here's 10 grams or whatever, and get on your way. Because you know what? That's how you save your butt, by having something that's worth something, because paper money's not going to be worth crap here soon, and people are going to be upset about it. So I'm just warning everybody. I've been paying attention to this for a long time. I don't want to get anybody scared. Just be ready. Be prepared. If the worst is the worst, they already gave us the notice about it. They had told us by the end of this week, there's no more money in America. I don't want you guys to think I'm being crazy or anything. They came out on the news and said there's no more money in America. So we need to think about that. That's going to be detrimental to us. I love everybody. I love all you guys. I want you guys to be safe, be happy, be healthy. So that's going to be like my first little warning advertisement of the day. Conspiracy nut, Webc's on the load. Oh, no. I'm not Alex Jones. I promise I'm not going to tell you to go bother people or discredit people. I'm just going to be like, I'm on the load. And then you'll get it, right?
Right. All right, man. Thanks for having me on. I got things I got to accomplish.
Yeah, go take care of that stuff, bro. And I will talk to you later, man. In high spirits, stay positive.
Always.
Awesome. All right. So I promise I'm not crazy, and I'm not telling you guys any stories, but I've been paying real close attention to the news, markets, stocks. And it all ties together. It's all there. You can look it all up. So don't take my word for it. Don't get upset with me about it. Just know I'm asking you to be prepared, like we're prepared. We got a bug out bag. We've got a plan. I hope you've got a plan. There's a mountain, there's a hill, there's a river, there's a forest. I'm going somewhere, but it ain't gonna be into the cities. I'm telling you that much. I'm in a safe direction. That's how we do it. And it's not to It's not because I don't love you guys that I'm gonna bug out. I'm just saying, hey man, just be prepared. That's all I can say. Because you never know if you're gonna need to be that prepared. And a lot of people are always like, "Well, get your bug out bag together." They never tell you that you're gonna need some sort of currency that's gonna be worth something when this all goes down. And because they're always like, "Well, you should have a gun. You should have this. And you should have that." And blah 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 blah. You should stuff your bag full of dried, dehydrated foods because they're light and easy to carry. Well, it's good to have all those things, but it's also good to, have some shiny stuff to make people go away with, because they'll take it. They'll blindly take it, which is weird. I don't get it. So that's it. That's what I've been seeing on that end. To all my friends out there that invest in crypto, your investments are at risk. I got the warning today. It was on a headline on Google. Your investments are at risk. When I first looked into any kind of crypto type of any currency, my first action was, how do you find it? Where does it come from? Who gets it? All that stuff. I wanted to know all that stuff. So somebody handed me a stack of paper this thick, and they told me, this is the book on cryptocurrency. This is everything you need to know. And as I read through this book, I sat there for 3 hours and I read this whole book on cryptocurrency. It took me 3 hours. It's a lot of pages. And what I read in there was, I read a certain section about risks. They had a whole section about risks. And there were two things that triggered my warning system inside my head that made me go, oh, wait a minute. Why are we going to do this? The first one was, there's this thing where people can develop a machine and they can drive by your house and swipe your currency off your computer if your computer is running live and you haven't shut your computer down. Yeah, they can swipe your currency right off your computer for it, your cryptos. They can swipe them right off. There's a machine that can do it. It's called a phishing machine. Nobody likes to talk about these things. So that's one of the negative things that I found. The other thing is, there's no insurance company that will back the profit or the proceed, or there's no fiat. They won't back it. So there's no insurance company that'll, if you try to put money away or use it like in a bank or anything, nobody will back it. It's not insured. That was one of the other things they were talking about in there. And those two things concerned me, because if you can't insure it as an investment, and then somebody can just come out and steal it right from under you, and you poured money into getting that investment, I'd be concerned about that. That's a high-end concern. And now we found out that there's some other things going on with it that they don't say out loud, and I'm not going to say those parts out loud, but those are two of the things that, back when I first heard about cryptocurrency, I said, no, something weird is going on with this, and I think it would be best, I looked at the person who showed me, I said, well, if I give you $100 today, that should be worth 5 Bitcoins, because that's how expensive a Bitcoin was when I had a chance to buy it. If I give you $100, it would have been 5 Bitcoins. And I would have been able to cash out a couple years ago, a couple 100,000 off of 5 Bitcoins, because they got up to 20 grand or whatever. I would have cashed those bad boys out. That would have been good money, needed money in the world. But then they're like, well, there's no way to cash them out. And I'm like, well, wait. So you invest, you can't insure, and you can't cash out. You can't trade it back for cash. Nope. Okay. Well, let's move on from it. Let's get out of there. Today, I was scoping out some of the things going on over at the WEF, the World Economic Forum. So let's go and see what we can. Let's go see what we can find. Anything? So, do we want to know what Henry Kissinger said? We can watch the opening. How about we watch the opening? Well, I'll watch the opening, and I'll report it to you as I watch it. Like a play-by-play. And I don't mean to scare anybody. That's what the Late Night Load is. We're not really a conspiracy channel, but we are a paranormal and oddities channel. And sometimes an oddity can be a paranormal or a conspiracy item. And then, would you really want to call it a conspiracy if it's something that you're openly watching happen live? Or is it that we call it a conspiracy because it's not a professional putting the puzzle pieces together? I don't know. What do you think? Well, I've been paying attention for 12 years, and 12 years of watching and listening and patiently waiting. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I just want to remind everybody, the background music tonight is brought to you by Restream.io, where we pay them a hefty amount of money to let us use their services. So their background music service is totally copywritten and totally legal for us to use. So thank you, Restream, for being our supportive station, where we get everything going. Websy Official is a sponsored channel. We are not sponsored through any type of YouTube sponsorship. We go out and seek our own sponsorship. So we have our own sponsors. If you'd like to sponsor Websy Official, let me know, and I will get you a link to our sponsorship page where you can send us a sponsorship fund. And that gets you a whole bunch of things, like our sponsors, Clarksville Hobby Depot, over for Websy Official. They're a great company, and they do great work, and they deliver on great things. We do not, how do I say this? The conversations and views we have here on the Late Night Load do not reflect that of Clarksville Hobby Depot. They are a separate entity, and we should remember that they sponsor us to talk about them, to gain them more business. So this is the deal. There's nothing special, oh, it's just us having a good time, hanging out. Scott's a great guy over there at Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC, by the way. You guys just get over there, check them guys out. They're really awesome. There is a link typed down below. You just have to copy, paste, and remove the spaces. Wink, wink. We got into a little trouble a couple weeks ago about having too many links on our description page. So the only links we'll have on the description page while we're doing a video is a link that leads you to any kind of original material or whatever. So welcoming remarks. These guys still aren't talking. I'm still watching. We're over here on this. We're still watching. Oh, so yeah, and then oh, that's crazy. We're gonna play music. Who in the world do we have today? I thought he wasn't coming.
Thank you, Angelic and Amen, for this musical opening of the meeting. Your Royal Highnesses, Excellencies, distinguished heads of state and government, Excellencies, dear partners and friends of the World Economic Forum, a very cordial welcome to the 2023 annual meeting.
Creepy.
We are coming together under the motto, Cooperation in a Fragmented World. At the beginning of this year, we are confronted with
I just see how boring I really feel like this stuff is.
multiple challenges. First, our global economy is undergoing deep transformation.
No, it's
The
being
energy transition,
robbed.
modeling, extreme poverty.
So she's talking about politics and how the money in certain countries which are the countries that help control the flow of all things, are starting to see economic issues, and those flows aren't going to be moving in such a great direction.
Just bystanders, observers.
Oh, we can't listen to this.
Many of them civilians, many of them children. The largest refugee crisis in the 21st century, and millions internally displaced. Amid this profound crisis, Ukrainians have stood strong in common cause, galvanized by the leadership of President Zelensky and yourself, Madam First Lady. It has inspired many around the world and in this room. Madam Zelenska, since the beginning of the war, you have been an ambassador and advocate for your country and its people. You have been a powerful voice in global capitals and have worked tirelessly to address the human impact of the war, helping people access healthcare, mental care, education, and other resources they need during this difficult time. Your leadership is ensuring Ukraine and Ukrainians are stronger today and are on a path for even a stronger tomorrow. We are very eager to hear from you on what lies ahead. Madam Zelenska, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Вітаю, пані та панове. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
And what's she going to talk about?
What's on your phones?
There's another person, third person talking now. The last guy, he was just like saying hello.
So. Вітаю, пані та панове. Шановні представники і представниці світу, які сьогодні тут, в Європі, в Швейцарії, в Давосі. Погляньте, будь ласка, на цей зал. Скільки яких тут людей? Скільки
Crazy. All right, so this is all just introductory. They're not saying anything. I'll go look and see if there's any highlights that are better than this tomorrow, and then on Thursday we'll have some more to talk about. So everybody's been seeing the green comet, so all you guys out there on the late night load, if you've got clear skies, you should have been able to see the comet pass by in the sky tonight. It was amazing. I saw some people caught it on film, acted like they didn't know what it was, but that's what it was. It was the comet. And did you guys know they found a bunch of hidden temples in the Mayan, from the Mayan group culture segments in South America there, and it was just hidden under the forest. The jungle just reclaimed it to where we thought they were just hills and valleys and mountains, but it turned out it was like an entire city carved out of like the jungle, and then the jungle took back over. Isn't that crazy? I'm just scrolling through headlines and we're just going to talk about a couple of those real quick before we bounce out of here. It's a late night. I got to go take some showers, stuff going on. My new workout regimen got me feeling kind of hungry. So I'll try and do that a little earlier and shower before I get on the show and stuff. But it wasn't doing too good for me. What is it? They stabilized two quantumly entangled particles and were able to watch them interact to the point to where they believe they have seen a parallel universe. They have finally watched the particle travel to the parallel universe and come back. That's what news says. I read it earlier. I don't want to blow your guys' minds too far away, but don't eat the honey from Nepal. You might see weird bees. That's all I have to say about that. Thank you guys for all coming and hanging out and watching the Hellier shows with us. That was amazing. And thanks to that show that produced the Hellier show. That was amazing. The Midwest and the East Coast is about to get rocked with a winter storm. I'm not a meteorologist, but the predictions I got 13 hours ago, they've been spot on so far. That stuff is coming. There were tornadoes yesterday on January 13th. That's a couple days ago for me. Let's see. Talk. Do. Oh, yeah. So, well, you guys have seen it first, you heard it second, and now you know it third. It's been me, Web C the Bird, and it's been a great time hanging out with you guys on the Late Night Load. I'm loaded up, ready to go. You guys have a great night. I'm going to get out of here. I don't think anything else is really going on tonight. So, yeah, shower time for me. Quick 30-minute stream for you.